Hi guys, two friends of the Sunday Roast podcast, No Justice and Bowler Hatman, had a chat or perhaps a debate on the former's channel about the direction of the Labour Party and whether people on the left should support and vote for Labour at the next general election. Now they had an hour-long discussion which I leave a link to in the description, and I recommend that you check it out as it was very interesting. But this section is where is probably the most disagreement. No Justice said that she'd be happy to split the left-wing vote, while Bowler Hatman said that there was no hope by voting Green. Have a listen.
Brexit happened as a result of UKIP campaigning, and they only won a single seat, and it was because Douglas Carswell defected from the Conservative Party. They imposed an electoral consequence on the Conservative Party for not supporting the issue that they wanted to be part of the national zeitgeist, and because they imposed those electoral consequences, the Conservative Party relented. They literally got Brexit done, and they won nothing. Nigel Farage never want to see in his life in Westminster, yet the one policy that he has been campaigning for decades, he got in power because he imposed electoral consequences on a party. They would not have had to make that concession if it was done internally. And that's exactly what we need to do with the Labour Party, impose electoral consequences.
Where's this third party then that's going to pull votes away?
The Green Party.
I'm sorry, the Green Party? The party that's only ever had one MP in 20 years?
Yeah, the UKIP only had one MP in 20 years.
It's never come higher than what, third or fourth?
They used to poll at 3%.
The Green Party is going to storm to victory?
No, they're not going to storm to victory. They're going to impose electoral consequences, right? UKIP
it's never imposed electoral consequence. The Green Party has never imposed electoral consequence.
No, it hasn't. UKIP didn't until 2010, right?
They will have no Green MPs because she's winning because of her name alone in that seat. The Green Party are going to impose no electoral victories on you.
They won't if you keep voting for the fucking Labour Party whilst they give you nothing of what you want. Of course they're going to impose electoral consequences. If continual liberals and centrists continue to force left-wing people to cuck themselves out to the leadership of a party that does not care about them, does not support their own principles and what they want to see happen, right? Because they keep saying, we can't vote for another party because you're splitting the progressive vote. You're not voting tactically, right? That's what will continue to happen, right? And that's what UKIP voters decided they were not going to stand for after being told forever they had to suck it up and vote Tory. They then decided not to.
You're also going to split the left-wing vote? You're also going to split the left-wing vote?
Yeah, I am going to split the left-wing vote. I'm happy to split the left-wing vote because otherwise I'm going to be voting for continual neoliberal monetarism.
Okay, so let me start off with where I agree, and then I'll get to where I disagree with both sides. So where I agree with No Justice, yes, if you want to influence the Labour Party, you need to impose electoral consequences. That would require the public voting for another party. People say, look, I'm tired with the direction of traffic the Labour Party is going. I'm not happy with Keir Starmer. I'm going to vote for another party. That other party would, of course, be the Green Party. There isn't anyone else, maybe some independents, but we're really talking about the Green Party. And we've already seen some of that already on the local level. So not on the national level, not on when it comes to the general election, but on the local level, yes, there has been a shift from support for Labour to the Green Party in a number of constituencies on the local level, on the council level. And now that could be down to people no longer being happy with the Labour Party. It could also be just a fact that a younger generation is more focused on the environment than older generations, and that's why they're more inclined to vote for Greens. Also, people vote on the local level on local issues, which can't really be applied at the national level. So this could be a reason why No Justice is correct. If you impose electoral consequences on the party, you're going to be able to shift them. And she's correct when it comes to the Conservatives. The Conservatives have become the UKIP, have adopted UKIP, have become the Brexit Party or UKIP in Parliament. So she's completely correct with that. Now I'll come to why I disagree in a moment. But also, Bowler Hatman is correct that at the national level, the Green Party have really no influence over the Labour Party. They have one MP. So if you're talking about members of Parliament, they have no influence. That's completely correct. Now, where I disagree is, as I said before, with Bowler Hatman, at the local level, we've already seen a shift. We've already seen a move from Labour to the Greens. Now, we could be misinterpreting that as people who are no longer interested in voting for the the Labour Party, and now voting Green. That could be the case. It could be demographic change. It could be a number of reasons. Where I disagree with No Justice here is that she's correct when it comes to the Conservatives. But the difference between the Conservatives and the Labour Party at the moment is the Conservatives are in power. Back in 2015, the Conservatives were in power. And this is when Nigel Farage and UKIP had the biggest influence. The Conservatives were worried about losing power. Labour are not worried about losing power because they're not in power at the moment. And I've said on a number of occasions in the past, and I'm not correct. I don't know if I'm correct on this. This is just my own analysis. But if we look at how people vote, they either vote for the incumbent or against the incumbent. So people are going to vote for Rishi Sunak's administration. Well, if Rishi Sunak is still in Prime Minister by the time the next general election comes, but they'll either vote for the Conservatives or they'll vote against the Conservatives. So I'm talking about the general public. I'm not talking about political junkies like us. I'm not talking about people who are following politics on a daily basis. I'm talking about the general public. Are they happy with the current situation? Yes or no? More and more people are dissatisfied with the Conservative government, so they're going to vote against them. They're not really all that interested in Labour or Green. Some people, yes, but the vast majority of people aren't. And if people can be convinced to vote tactically against the Tories, then they'll do that. If they say, well, I've been told that it's better for me to vote for the Labour Party in this constituency to get the Tories out, or it's better to vote for the Greens, or it's better to vote for the Lib Dems or whatever, then I'll vote that way. But the vast majority of people are not switched on to politics, and they will just vote against the Tories. So it doesn't matter who is running against them. Now, where the electoral consequences would really work against Labour is when Labour are in power, I believe. So when Labour win the next general election, probably, highly likely, not guaranteed, but highly likely, then it would be the case, I believe, that the Green Party would start being able to impose electoral consequences on Labour. So not this next election, but the following one, if the Green Party ran against Labour on the left, there's a chance that they would be able to shift the Labour Party further to the left, so away from the centre and to the left, because they would start to see, as the Conservatives saw back in 2015, 2017 and 2019, we need to keep the far right happy. For Labour, they would have to keep the left happy. Now, this is just my own analysis. I don't know if I'm correct on this or not. I don't know if my criticisms of both sides are correct or not. But I'd love to know your comments in the comment section. As always, they're greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.